Hi there. Samsung data migration stuck at 99% on Windows. That's probably the reason why you're looking at this video, because you looked it up and you got the same problem. You bought a bigger SSD to replace the one that had not enough space on it, just as I did. I bought a Samsung SSD 980 NVMe. It had a reasonable price, but that's not the reason that I bought it. The reason that I bought this one over the other ones is that it came with data migration software, and also with the Samsung Magician that promised me that it would be a breeze to copy the software and to reinstall it on the new drive. Well, actually not reinstalling, it's just cloning the disk. The data migration software from Samsung will clone the disk, so you get an exact copy as the one you had, but it will be bigger and you will have extra space, and then you can swap them out and then the problem is solved. That's not quite what happened. So I started this data migration wizard and I got stuck at 99%. And then it came up with data migration interrupted for an unknown reason. I'm a programmer myself, and that doesn't compute with me, because you always get error messages and exceptions, and if you dig deep enough you will find the reason and you will know why it won't copy. Funny thing is that I got linked to a web page from Samsung saying, yeah, well, the standard software only copies MBR formatted drives, and you probably have a GPT formatted drive, and that will not be copied by this software because it can't do it. This is functionality you have to pay for. So, unknown reason. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. First of all, I wasn't sure that this paid version of the software would actually copy the drive, because you never know. And it kind of reeks a bit like a commercial thing to do, promising people something, and then when they try to use it, they are forced from spending more money. So I don't mind spending more money. If they would have told me at the beginning, for a few dollars extra you get a data migration wizard that will copy your drive, if it's a GPT drive, I wouldn't mind. I don't mind paying people for making software. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to sell my software. It's the same problem. But if you force people, if you promise them something and then hold the apple in front of them just out of reach, and they can't grab it unless they pay extra, I don't like that way of selling software. So I came across a mini partition tool, which was exactly the same story. They promise you that it will work, they will start copying your data, and then at the end they say, oh, this is a GPT disk, I can't copy that, you have to pay extra for it. So I tried several others, like Drive XML, which was the same problem. I tried Clonezilla, which will maybe copy your drive, but it's quite complex and you need to make a USB disk that is bootable with Rufus, etc., etc. It needs you to start up in a Linux system, which will not be familiar to people that aren't used to working with computers. It's strange, unfamiliar interface. So I got stuck with everything until I came across Macrium Reflect. And Macrium Reflect really saved my day, because I started that software. It copied my drive in half an hour, which was a lot faster than the other software. And after that, it just told me disk cloned successfully. So I swapped it out, I put it in my computer, and with that SSD, my computer booted up a lot faster than I was used to, and I got the same familiar interface as usual. There are a couple of caveats here. You have to be careful that you have your licenses for the software that you've paid for, because many software applications will notice that you have a new drive and they will tell you that your software isn't licensed. Depending on that software, those sometimes it's solved easily. Just go to the website, get a new e-licenser if that is something that you use, or you can reactivate the software. But in some cases you have to deactivate the software first, then clone your drive, put in a new one, and then reactivate it, so just that you don't get stuck. Okay, so this Samsung drive is not all bad news, because the drive itself is quite good. There is another caveat. There is no Windows 11 driver yet, and the Samsung Magician software that you get with the drive does not recognize its own drive, probably because the driver isn't up to date. Well, there is no driver, so it's using the standard driver. It's probably because of that I don't get the 3.5 gigabyte per second that they promise. I do get 2860 megabyte per second, which is almost twice what I had with the old drive, so that's good. And well, maybe you should account for the fact that there is no Windows 11 driver available yet. I hope that Samsung will well, solve that problem shortly. Okay, so I hope this helps. Then if you like this, please give me a thumbs up, and catch you later. Bye.